in the fall, it just feels like nature is showing off with all those beautiful colors. Well, here to help us bring that beauty inside is my bud, Leigh-Ann Allaire Perrault.
It's going so well because it's the first day of fall.
I am amped.
I'm so excited.
Truly my favorite season.
I always say it's my emotional support season.
I would agree.
It feels like a big hug.
I literally already have plans. I'm going to go home and watch Sleepless in Seattle tonight. I'm so excited.
Oh my, I'm going to go watch You've Got Mail.
Oh, dream. Okay, so I'm really pumped because you're going to help us bring those beautiful fall colors that we know and love inside.
Everything quintessential about fall is the colors for me, which are really the leaves.
Yeah.
I love nothing more than just on a Sunday going for a drive in the crispy air, and then you see the beautiful colors. And I think there's no better way to bring that feeling into your home than with leaves.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it really simple here, right?
Yeah.
So I went on a little foraging excursion, and you can do something as simple as finding some fallen branches in a vase. They're real.
Oh, those are so nice.
Aren't they beautiful?
Oh my gosh, and there's little acorns.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So really nature does it the most during the season, which I love. And also using actual leaves in your decor is so simple. Scattering some on a dining table I think is just so beautiful. But there's a little trick that I want everybody to consider when you're using real leaves. I want to hand this one to you, and I want you to give that a feel.
Oh, beautiful.
And then I also have this basket.
Oh.
I picked these the same day as I got that one. You see the difference?
One is juicy and one is not.
These are like very crunchy. The one that's juicy, or I like to think velvety, I've actually dipped in beeswax to preserve them.
Oh, cool.
So it's a really easy thing to do. I'll take those from you. We've got a double boiler method kind of happening right here with some natural beeswax. Can you also smell what's happening here? Beeswax on its own smells amazing.
Did you put a smell in there?
I put a little essential oil in there. So similar to how you would do candle making, but you can add something and then it'll just give the leaves as well in your decor a little extra scent. So this was a spiced cake.
It does smell like cake, right? Like this smells like butter.
It smells so yummy, right? Don't lick the leaves.
No.
But this is really as simple as, and I should say, finding leaves that have a stem make this really easy. You just want to do a really simple dip front and back, and then do a little drip. It's very therapeutic.
I was going to say, I had to get in on this.
I have to tell you.
Oh, that's nice.
This was a Sunday afternoon craft with a little jazz music playing, a candle lit, and my husband was like, "Are you making cake?"
Leaves.
Surprise! We got leaves.
Leaves, and it's not even salad.
So after the drip, just lay it down on some parchment, and I will tell you, like, these will dry within about 60 seconds or so.
This is so cute.
And truly, the preserved element of them, they do feel like velvet. So these will last you for months until the season is long past. And I think beyond just scattering them around, there's a few different ways that we can utilize them. Down here, I've made myself a little garland, so really simple, just with some twine. Really beautiful just to add onto your mantle, for sure. And then even something as simple as taking frames that you already have around, maybe don't cover up Uncle Rob in the frame, but if you've got some art that's maybe more summer seasonal or even not seasonally specific, put a little piece of craft paper in behind and then some leaves in there. Also just adds that little, like, it's that little touch, right? The little dash
like
of
a little entryway thing.
Exactly. The preserved leaves are amazing for wreaths.
Oh, I like a wreath.
So if you already have a wreath and you just want to, even like, you can pull out the Christmas wreath early, but add on, wire on some of these leaves, and all of a sudden it's fall. Right? So work with what you've got, which makes it also an easy transition into the next season. This is actually my favorite. This is so simple. All I've done here, as you can see, is put some leaves around a glass container. So any glass vase that you have, some sort of canister. But the key that I want to point out here is once you've waxed the leaves, hot glue does not work. So if you're using these for craft projects, hot glue is not going to stick. So just take an elastic band, and then that will allow you to kind of lay the leaf down and add all of your leaves around. And then you just take some twine and wrap it to cover the elastic band.
Oh, cute.
Super simple. And then once you put some candles, let me tell you, Mary, when this one's lit, it almost looks like stained glass.
Oh, because it goes through the leaf.
It is so beautiful. So for a dining table, Thanksgiving's coming up, to have a bunch of those on your table, you've just instantly free decor.
Free decor.
Basically. And let me tell you, free, you don't need to go out and buy beeswax. If you have a beeswax candle, just melt that down and use that.
I was gonna say, where do you get beeswax if you are looking?
I ordered little pellets online, but again, if you, and I will say also, little tip, if you have a paraffin wax, you can use it, but it gives more of like that kind of frosty look to it because it's a white wax. It's also a lot more brittle versus the beeswax is nice and flexible. So it still gives you a really nice feel, like a nice hand to it.
I love that. This was a thrill, I'm not gonna lie. Dipping this leaf,
right, and look, it's already dry.
It's already dry.
Already dry and preserved, ready to craft, and also
it smells like cake. It's a good thing.
That is a huge huge win.
Huge win,
right?
for sure. All right, so we've got those beautiful leaves. I love that, but we've also got another way that's maybe a little less kind of traditional fall color.
Yes,
What
exactly.
are we doing here?
So instead of fall color, I went for fall metallic finishes in kind of the golds, the coppers, the bronzes, and these are little leaf dishes that I made here that look like metal. I particularly think that they do. They have a really nice kind of fold to them, nice little hand, and these are just made with air dry clay.
Oh, cool.
So, which I've said many times on the show before, is essentially adult Play-Doh, which I love.
Yeah.
And all you need to do for this, I actually have a little tape of me making all of these. This was a weekend project. Just rolling it out and then pressing the leaf. Now you'll notice that I press the back of the leaf.
Where all the
we
veins
want
are.
all of the veins and the grains and all the texture there. So this is, again, a very therapeutic craft. I think we all need a little more crafting in our life, a little decompression. And then you can see I just used a little bit of water on my fingertips to smooth out the edges. Really simple. And then this is the key, a little bit of the cling wrap in a bowl to place in there to get that little like curve, which I just think, again, adds that organic element to it for the season.
Put your fall car keys in there.
Right?
And you're good to go.
Whether it's a little dish, you could even put like a little hole in the end and use it as like an incense holder as well, which would be lovely. I have one here just because I wanted you to experience the thrill of the reveal.
Okay, let's do it.
Because this is so fun. So again, rolling pin in there and you can just lift that up and you get that beautiful pattern.
That was so nice to do.
Which is so nice. And then you don't need any fancy tools. I do have some clay tools here.
Like a butter knife would work.
You could literally just use a butter knife and you don't need to be precious because again, you're gonna mold this out once it's finished. And you just pull away all of the negative clay.
Dreamy.
Ball that up and make your next dish.
Oh, I love that. That is so cute. All right, now, last but not least, I'm very excited about this. This one feels like we're going a little bit back to kindergarten.
Okay, we are. Any opportunity to stamp anything.
Love a stamp.
This is like the old school potato stamp.
Remember the potato stamp? And you carve like a star and you'd be like, yes, I'm an artist.
Love a potato stamp, love the orange stamps, but also love leaf stamps. So again, when you're out grabbing some leaves, I should know, actually for this project, I did use the wax leaves because I found that paint doesn't stick then to them. It transfers a little bit better. I have a little behind the scenes again of me doing the stamping here. And it's such an easy process. I just use craft paint from the dollar store to paint, again, the veiny side of the leaf. You'll notice the wax paper is actually really important. You can use a rolling pin, but really important to place down because then when you're rolling over top, if any paint squishes out, you're not transferring that paint onto the fabric. Exactly, onto the roller that can transfer onto the fabric. And then it just makes these really beautiful, like, I feel like they're a more modern kind of feel. You can pick colors for this project that match your decor, so they don't have to be even fall specific. Like, why not do blue leaves and it's just the leaf in itself that adds that really beautiful element. But so this here, I just want to show you my little tool. Anybody who's looking to do something fun, this is called a brayer, but again, you can also use a rolling pin to roll these out. So another like little reveal here, if you want to lift this up and you get that beautiful imprint on there. So as you saw, I cut them out to leave a little bit of the negative space. I just like that look. Now, they're floppy, which for me is amazing that you could stitch these onto napkins.
I was gonna say, could you use like fabric paint and do this on like a cloth napkin?
You absolutely could, or a tablecloth. I will tell you, I was too chicken. Because I was afraid I was gonna mess it up, so that's why I liked creating the small ones that then I could stitch on. And I ended up stitching these just onto some pillows. These were $5 pillowcases. So great, just a little seasonal touch in the house. And you could always like take them off if you wanted to, or since they're pillowcases, like the cushion covers, just put them in the closet when the season's over as well. But I just wanna point out, so this is the floppy fabric, but I'm gonna hand you that, and then I'm gonna hand you this one and tell me the difference.
Oh, this one's crunchy.
It's crunchy, crunchy like a leaf. I used a fabric stiffener on some of them, and then it allowed me a little bit of structure. So something as simple, again, a forged branch with a few little mini safety, little clothes pegs on there. And it just creates, I think, a really beautiful, subtle display for the season. You could use these in so many different ways.
This is great. I never thought we would use like fabric starch on this show, and I'm amped about it. I love starch.
Even just a little cornstarch and water mixed together will give you that same effect, or school glue and water on your fabric. Again, will give you a nice stiffened fabric finish.
Is fantastic. And again, these, like outside, a little like outdoor fabric. Porch.
Love that.
Guys, we got projects for our porch. Leigh-Ann, a great job. Thank you so. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.